Alright fellas, this is Texo MacBeans. Today I figured we could do a 3-gun rant. I'm gonna of course go by the sniper that's on my back right here, and then I'm gonna go to the 2 pistols, then to the gun you just saw me put up basically. Alright, let's get to it. Let's talk about the sniper. Of course, you've seen from the previous video, this is what I like to call the JFK killer, as a joke to when I was playing with my friends. To best describe you what this gun is, it's a Carcano rifle. This actually, as the joke I put, was the gun that Lee Harvey Oswald used. It's a bolt action. Hang on. See there, it's a bolt action. Now, I definitely will say this for a rant. Not really something you want to do. See, though, I have a long scope. I don't know if they have that. That's how I put the gun as it. So this is gonna be like, I guess, 3-part thing, but I figured do it in one. In fact, speaking of sniper. There we go. Alright, boat's sinking. Anyways, the fact that I killed the guy and I figured out the body do its own thing. Let's talk about the Lancaster repeater. Okay. Anyway, the Lancaster repeater. Sorry, I was asking about something personal. Lancaster, in game when you first get it, in story and in online, you get it in a brass form. No, this isn't specifically a 1873 Winchester, even though technically the frame is different. But as you see, in fact, let me go in. Just go in. See that little open part where the back sights, the rear sights are at? That actually would be covered by the 73 Winchester, or dust cover specifically. That is where the bolt goes. So technically, this would be the Winchester 1866. And I know I was going to do guns first, but I figured to do the rifles first and then the 2 revolvers. So yeah, this is basically the first Winchester with that. Basically, for example, let me just aim right here at this rock, shoot 3 rounds in total, and see it loads from the side. Probably later on in the next video I'm gonna be doing the other guns. Basically, I'm probably gonna do like maybe Confederate, Union guns. You get the gist. I'm gonna do like Civil War maybe next video, but I figured do my loadout basically as my first gun rant. Alright, the Schofields. This actually is not a bad idea. This is the 1875 Smith & Wesson top break Schofield. As see, it's top break. Now, I guess to put it best, the guns for the Schofields. In fact, let me go and show you. Basically, right where the rear sight is basically the latch. But there were, of course, the first model didn't have this latch, and that's why certain general of the Indian Wars that was a part of the cavalry unit said I could probably make it better. Smith & Wesson said, okay, but we can't make it in 45 Colt. Okay, make it in 45 Schofield or American. But the only difference though from the first model to this gun, or the first one that was made, it had a different latch. And instead of basically using just that one hand, you would have to use 2. And he said, well, that would be kind of an issue. Same thing with the Colt Single Action Army. This actually, of course, there is in the game where you can make the shorter barrel. And actually, that is pretty accurate back at the time. Your barrel was shortened if you were working for Wells Fargo's. That was the second model. There's even a third model Schofield, or should I say top break, because let's be honest, the Schofield is the second generation. There's a collector's item. So, well, I'm gonna commit a felony, but yeah. Back on the Schofield. Yeah, the Schofield basically was a cavalry gun. That basically, if let's say, of course, in game it's not going to show you, but let's say if I was like, okay, there's bad guy number 1, and there's another one coming up there. That's basically how it was meant for a cavalry-based gun, and you would use your leg or the other hand, and you would load and be back in action. But of course, it's popular from this one, the first game, and as well 310 to Yuma that has shown it, and as well other films that were made in the modern time of 2010 westerns, I guess to put it. There's even a top break Russian model that was even used by the Russian military when the Russian Tsar was still in power. So yeah. Anyway, this is Texel's Gun Rants. See y'all on the flip side. Have a very terrific day.